Would you be willing to pay slightly more for utilities if that meant power outages would be less common and less extensive during future severe weather? That's the proposal announced today by D.C. Mayor Vincent Gray, Pepco, and a task force of other stakeholders. Mike Canine joins us now to tell us they want to bury up to 60 major power lines at a cost of $1 billion. Mike, tell us more.
Well, Morris, bottom line, the district government and Pepco will share that $1 billion price tag, but so will Pepco's D.C. customers, who over time will increasingly pay a few extra dollars each month. This section of Northeast D.C. almost always goes dark when severe weather knocks trees into power lines.
Just having power out, period. Air conditioners, heating, whatever.
But today, residents here are hopeful for a solution.
So if it's underground, then I believe it's a less chance of everything shutting down.
At the Wilson building, Mayor Vincent Gray accepted recommendations from his power line undergrounding task force, formed after last summer's derecho that left some Washingtonians without electricity for more than a week.
We don't own the utility, we don't run the utility, but we do have a responsibility for the people.
The $1 billion 7-year plan calls for the undergrounding of high-voltage primary lines most affected by storms and outages, but not all lines.
I think this solution gives us the biggest bang for the buck.
Still, Pepco says such changes would improve service for customers on those feeders by 95%.
This is a game changer. This is the first time you're ever going to see all of us up here together.
Despite their sometimes adversarial relationships, Pepco, the Public Service Commission, and the D.C. People's Council worked together to develop the plan.
I do believe that this is a victory for consumers. I know that the plan does what I thought it needed to do.
D.C. Pepco customers will initially see a rate hike of $1.50 a month, and by 2020, the increase will top out at $3.25 a month.
As we look at what I think is a very reasonable cost that's been developed by the task force, to think about what is it costing us now to have these outages.
The plan must now be approved by the D.C. Council and the district's Public Service Commission. And after a year of legislative activity, Pepco predicts that customers could start seeing improvements in just 2 years, with a projected completion in 7 years. Morris?
Mike, customers district-wide will pay for this program, but the proposed undergrounding won't happen district-wide, though?
That's right. D.C. leaders are saying that about 65% of the district already has underground power lines. So these improvements will be centered in wards with overhead-related outages, wards 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Still, the mayor is saying that everyone in the district benefits when power stays on in homes, schools, and businesses across the district. In fact, his spokesperson pointed out that when a large number of D.C. residents lose their power, the D.C. government itself will often shut down. The mayor also says that this required construction work will generate about 950 new jobs each year of the project.
All right, thanks, Mike. I'm sure burying power lines is welcome news to a lot of us. Thanks.